Okay, so we're going to talk about lesson 58, to find the distance from a point to the graph of a line. So let's just go through the steps first. Number 1, you find the slope of the line. Okay, so to find the slope of this line right here, I'm going to put it in y equals mx plus b form. And then, of course, I can find my slope. Okay, so m is equal to 2/3. Okay, number 1. Number 2, I'm going to use the negative reciprocal for the slope. So I'm going to use -3/2. I need to get the equation of the line that goes from the point to the given line. So let's just get a visual here, make sure you know what we're talking about. So this is a really rough sketch, but the point is -2, -6, and the line goes through like at, looks like it goes through at -7/3, and it has like a positive slope, so it's going to be something like this, okay? And I'm trying to find the distance from this point to this line. Well, if I can find the line that goes through this, of course it would be perpendicular, then I could find their point of intersection. If I had the point of intersection, I can do distance formula and find the distance. So to find the point of intersection, I need to find the equation of this line right here. So I know they're perpendicular, that's why I'm using a negative reciprocal slope. Okay? I also know that that line right here, the slope is -3/2, but that it goes through this point. It has this point. So I can find the equation of that line. Okay, so I know that y, -6, equals m, and then x plus b. So that's going to be 3. When I bring it over, it'll be -9. So the equation of that line is y equals -3/2 x minus 9. The equation of this line is y equals 2/3 x minus 7/3. So I need the point of intersection. So to get that, I'm going to set this equation equal to this equation and solve. So clear the fractions. I'm going to multiply 3 by 6, and when I do that, I get 4x minus 14 equals -9x minus 54. Then put all your x's on one side and your numbers on the other side. You'll have 13x is equal to -40. So x is -40 over 13. And then you need to plug that back into one of those two equations and get y. Okay, so y is going to be, I'll do this equation here, times -40 over 13 minus 9. So let's see, that's going to be 120 over 26. Get a common denominator of 26, and you get 234. Do the subtraction, get -114 over 26. That can be reduced to -57 over 13. Okay, so now I have the point of intersection. This is my this is my y, and that's my x. So I have the point of intersection. So now what I do is I use the distance formula. Okay, so I use distance formula. So that means I'm going to have, the distance is going to be, I'm going to have x, I'll use this x first, I don't know why, minus -40 over 13 squared plus this y minus this y. Okay, and when you work that out, you're going to have 14 over 13 squared. And then you're going to have negative 21 over 13 squared. So let's see. You're going to end up with 637 over 169. Take the square root of both. The bottom is 13. So 7 will go into that 91 times. It goes in 91 13 times. So you're going to have 7 times the square root of 13. Or just put in your calculator. That's fine too. Okay? So lots of steps there. You probably need to rerun this video a couple times till you can listen again and get everything written down. Let's go down and graph this parabola. We need to put it in the standard form, which is y equals a times x. Well, this is what's called plus k. Okay, where hk is the vertex. A is just any number being multiplied to it. So the way you're going to do it is you need to complete the square. So we're going to have y equals, I'm going to take these two and factor a 3 out. Put this plus 3 at the end. So I'm going to take the 2/3, divide it by 2, which is multiplied by a half. That gives me 1/3. Square it, you get 1/9. Add that to both sides. Now, when I put it in the parentheses, it really becomes 3 over 9, which is 1/3. So you need to add 1/3 over here, but I don't want to leave it over there, so I'm just bringing it over here. Make it negative 1/3. And so this becomes x plus whatever number that is, squared. I have 3 minus 1/3. That's going to end up being 8/3. So my vertex is negative 1/3, 8/3. It's always opposite of whatever that is. Okay, so let's just do a sketch. Now you, on your homework, I know you'll be using graph paper for this, but just wanting to keep all this close together. Let's see. So the vertex is negative 1/3. Let's see. Hold on. Negative 1/3 is about right here, and then 8/3 is 2 1/3. It's about right here. I know it opens up because it is positive here. I want to find what crosses the y-axis, so I'll put a 0 in here. So you get 1/3, square it, you get 1/9. 1/9 times 3 is 1/3. 1/3 plus 8/3 is 9/3, which is 3. So this is where it crosses. Now remember, this was at a third, so if I'm going to get a symmetrical point, I need to go another third, not all the way to the 1. And that gives me actually enough points to graph this one. Label your vertex. Label where it crosses an axis. So 0, 3. And that's all you need to do with that one. Okay, I hope that's helpful.